Stop for a moment. Do not scroll past this video. Lift your eyes to my face right now. This is an urgent message for your soul. Heaven aligned time itself to bring you here today. You did not stumble across this by accident or luck. I guided your hand to pause on this screen because I need to talk to you right now. Give me just 1 minute of your absolute attention. Do not let the loud noise of the world distract you from my voice. Listen to me in the deepest place of your heart. You have been running so fast. Your mind is always spinning with dark thoughts. You try to fix everything on your own strength. But today, I am commanding you to pause. Something massive is shifting in the unseen realm right now. If you rush past this moment, you will miss the very breakthrough I have placed in your path. Breathe. Stay with me until the very end of this message. I have a holy promise to deliver to you. I know you have been feeling a strange restlessness lately. It is a quiet stirring in your chest that you could not name. You feel a sudden disconnect from the things that used to make you comfortable. You wonder if you are losing your mind or your faith. But hear me clearly. That is not confusion, my beloved child. That is your spirit sensing a divine movement. Heaven is shaking your old foundations because your current season is ending. You have spent many months sitting in the dark. You look at your life and you ask heavy questions. You wonder why every single step forward feels so difficult. You feel like you arrived late to your own destiny while everyone else passes you by. It feels like your prayers are bouncing off a brass ceiling. You ask me if I am still listening. You ask me why the answers you begged for are constantly delayed. Today I am breaking that silence. I have an urgent truth to reveal to you. The delay you have been fighting is not a denial. Do not let the enemy convince you that I have abandoned your prayers. I have been watching you carry this heavy burden in total silence. You pretend you are strong for everyone else around you. You wear a beautiful smile during the day. But I see the exact moment when you break inside. You have been fighting battles that no one else knows about. Your shoulders are tight from the weight of yesterday. Your soul is exhausted from the constant disappointment. You pour your sincere heart into hands that do not know how to hold it. You give and you give until you have nothing left. Then you sit alone at night and wonder why your kindness is always met with pain. Breathe deeply, my child. The urgency of stopping you is so I could hold you for a moment. Let me. Come closer to me, and let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired. Move away from the noise and the expectations of the world. You do not have to be the strong one right now. You do not have to pretend that you have everything together. I know your name. I know your pain. I see you. I saw you in the bathroom when you turned the water on. You hoped the loud sound would cover the sound of your crying. I saw you fold your body into the smallest possible shape on the floor. You pressed your face into a pillow so no one would hear your broken voice. You felt completely invisible to the world. You believed that even I had turned my face away from your suffering. But you were wrong. I was right there in the middle of your dark room. I was closer to you than the cold floor you were sitting on. Not a single tear fell from your tired eyes without me counting it. I recorded every broken fragment of hope that you tried to whisper. Every silent scream of your heart landed directly into my hands. You survived the storm because my angels were shielding your spirit. You are my chosen child. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. I did not design you to merely survive in a state of constant depletion. I saw how you kept your faith when everything was falling apart around you. You stayed honest when others lied. You chose love when others chose bitterness. Your secret warfare in the dark has proven the pure quality of your character. The enemy targeted your life because he saw your light rising. He tried to drown out my voice with the loud noise of fear. He wants you to believe that your current situation is your final destination. He whispers that nothing will ever change for you. He wants to steal the peace that belongs to your future. But I have stripped the enemy of his authority over your mind today. Look at me right now. Lift your head and let your shoulders relax. I am stepping into your atmosphere to rescue you from this draining cycle. I am about to unlock the doors that have been tightly sealed against you. I am opening a path of provision that will completely shock the people who doubted you. But you must choose to stand firm in faith with me today. You must listen to the secret reason behind the delay. Before I reveal the grand mystery of your waiting season, we must seal this moment. We must establish an agreement between your heart and mine. If you can hear my voice speaking to your spirit, do not let it pass without a response. Take a step of obedience right now. Like this message to anchor your agreement. Comment the words, "God is my safe refuge," if you choose to trust me today. When you write those words, you are telling the unseen realm that you are ready. You are closing the door on fear. You are opening your arms to receive the holy transition that heaven has authorized for your life. Do not hesitate. Do not look back at the past. Your act of agreement is a powerful shield against the arrows of anxiety. Write it down and let it settle into your soul. Now that you have anchored your heart, let us speak about the truth of your pain. You have asked me why the people you loved the most were allowed to walk away. You have wept over the sudden endings that broke your heart into pieces. You felt like you were being punished or rejected. But I want you to know that those departures were my absolute protection. I saw the hidden traps that the adversary placed in your path. I knew the hearts of the people who smiled at your face but plotted against your destiny. They were not equipped to carry the heavy weight of the glory I am placing on your life. If I allowed them to stay, they would have completely destroyed the sacred garden I placed inside you. I had to separate you. The isolation you have been living through is not a punishment. It is a holy position. I removed the loud crowd so you could finally hear my quiet whisper. I needed your undivided attention for this next chapter. You are not stuck in a cage, my beloved child. You are being prepared in a holy sanctuary. The molding process is painful, but the final product will be magnificent. Come closer to me now. Let the heavy silence of this room wrap around your shoulders. You have spent too many days pretending that you are perfectly fine. You walk through the crowded streets with a mask of strength on your face. But your soul is secretly weeping under the heavy load of 1,000 unexpressed worries. And every single time you tell someone that you are okay, you feel a deep ache because your reality is completely different. I know the exact weight of the loneliness you are carrying today. You feel like a stranger in your own house and among your own friends. People look at your outer appearance and they think you have everything. They do not see the empty spaces inside your heart that bleed in silence. And they constantly ask you for help because they assume your well of strength will never run dry. But you are empty, my beloved child. You are running on the faint vapor of your last ounce of hope. Della's feet are heavy, and your hands are trembling from the long battle. You look at the horizon and you see no sign of an early rescue. You wonder how much longer you can keep this fragile wall from collapsing entirely. And you secretly fear that one day you will simply drop, because you cannot carry it alone. I saw you when you sat on the edge of your bed last night. You stared at the dark wall for hours without moving a single muscle. Your mind was racing with questions that had no earthly answers at all. You felt a sharp pain in your chest that made it hard to breathe, and you quietly wondered if anyone in the whole world actually knew the depth of your silent agony. I saw you when you walked away from that toxic situation with tears in your eyes. You felt so betrayed by the people you had sacrificed your entire life to protect. You gave them your time and your love, and your absolute loyalty, without any hesitation. But they turned their backs on you the very moment you could no longer serve their selfish needs, and you were left standing alone in the cold ruins of your own kindness. Let the memory of that painful rejection lose its power over your mind right now. I was there when they spoke those harsh words behind your back. I saw the hidden daggers of jealousy that they aimed at your pure heart. They thought they were destroying your future when they pushed you out of their circle. But they did not know that I was actually drawing you away into my private sanctuary. I watched you cry softly into the darkness of your pillow. You hoped the thick blankets would swallow your sorrow before anyone heard you. You did not want your children or your family to see your secret weakness. You held your breath, and you squeezed your eyes shut to stop the flooding tears. It felt like your heart was literally breaking into 1,000,000 tiny pieces that could never be fixed. You asked me where I was during that agonizing hour of your life. You questioned my love, and you wondered if I had forgotten my promises to you. You looked at the wicked people prospering while your own path remained completely blocked. You felt a deep sense of injustice, because you had always chosen the righteous way, and you believed that your obedience had only brought you misery and isolation. Hear my gentle whisper in this quiet moment. I have never left your side for a single second of your existence. I was there when the storm was at its loudest point in your life. I was standing right beside you when you felt completely abandoned by every human being. My hand was holding your fragile spirit together when you were too weak to stand on your own feet. Every single tear that rolled down your face was precious to me. I did not let a single drop of your sorrow fall to the waste. I gathered your tears in my holy bottle and I recorded them in my book. They are the sacred seeds of the great harvest that is coming to you. What felt like a season of endless weeping was actually a time of deep spiritual watering. You have been wounded by the hands of those you trusted the most. I know the sting of betrayal is a heavy poison in your thoughts. You keep replaying the moments of deceit over and over in your mind. You wonder what you did wrong to deserve such cruel treatment from them. But I want you to stop searching for answers in the actions of broken people. They cannot give you what they do not possess. I am the only one who can validate your true worth, my child. You do not need their approval to walk in the destiny I designed for you. They saw your light, and it made their own darkness feel very uncomfortable. They tried to diminish your value because they could not understand the holy calling on your life. But their rejection cannot cancel the divine assignment that I have placed over you. Look at the scars you are carrying from those past battles. They are not symbols of shame or failure, my beloved warrior. They are the undeniable proof that you survived the worst attacks of the adversary. The enemy tried his hardest to crush your spirit and make you give up completely, but you are still here, and you are still listening to my voice in the quiet. That is your greatest victory. Feel the gentle touch of my presence washing over your tired body right now. Let the tension in your neck and your shoulders melt away into the peace I offer. You do not have to fight the battles of tomorrow in this exact moment. I am your shield, and I am your exceedingly great reward through every single trial. Breathe in my comfort, and let go of the need to control the outcome of your life. You have felt so isolated from the world during this difficult season. You look around and you see no one who truly understands your unique path. You feel like a lone sheep wandering through a vast and dangerous wilderness. But this isolation is not a sign of my displeasure or my absence. I have intentionally set you apart from the crowd because I am doing a deep work in you. I am stripping away the false dependencies that have kept you bound for years. I am clearing the noise of human opinions so you can hear my voice clearly. You cannot receive the new wine of heaven while you are clinging to old skins. The separation was necessary because I am preparing you to carry a much greater weight of glory. Trust the process, even when it feels like a painful death. I know your heart is deeply tired of the constant waiting. You see the days turning into months, and the months turning into long years. You ask me how much longer you must remain in this holding pattern of life. You feel like time is running out, and your best years are slipping away. But my timing is never dictated by the limited clocks of this temporary earth. I am the Lord of time. When I am silent, it does not mean that I am inactive in your life. I am working behind the scenes to align every piece of your destiny perfectly. I am blocking the paths that would lead you to destruction and sorrow. I am preparing the hearts of the people who will support your future breakthrough. The delay is simply the protective wrapper around the magnificent gift I am preparing for you. Do you feel the quiet stirring inside your chest right now? That is my spirit whispering to the deepest depths of your soul. It is a holy reminder that you belong to me, and no one can pluck you from my hand. The pain you are experiencing is only the birth pangs of a new spiritual era. You are passing through the narrow valley to reach the wide and beautiful spaces of my abundance. I have seen every single sacrifice you made in the secret places. I saw when you gave your last dollar to help someone who was in need. I saw when you stayed up late to pray for a friend who betrayed you. You thought no one noticed your secret acts of righteousness and love, but my eyes were watching every single movement of your pure and beautiful heart. I am your witness. I am recording every debt that the world owes to your kindness. I will repay you with a currency that this earth cannot even understand. You will receive a peace that surpasses all human understanding in your mind. You will experience a joy that does not depend on your earthly circumstances. The people who used your good nature will watch you rise with a deep sense of wonder. I am your vindicator. Let go of the bitterness that is trying to root itself in your soul. The anger you feel toward those who hurt you is a heavy chain around your neck. It keeps you bound to the very past that I am trying to rescue you from. Release them into my hands, and let me handle the scales of absolute justice. My justice is perfect, and it is much more thorough than your human revenge. You have been carrying the weights of your entire family for a very long time. You feel the heavy pressure to break the painful patterns of the past generations. You see the same struggles with poverty and sickness trying to attach themselves to you. You feel like the entire structure is resting on your fragile shoulders alone. But I did not call you to be the savior of your family. I am the savior. Lay down the heavy bags of generational fear at my feet right now. You are only responsible for your own step of obedience before my face. I am the one who will break the old curses and shatter the invisible ceilings. You have been selected to be the doorway through which my blessing enters your bloodline. But you must learn to rest in my power instead of striving in your own weakness. The wilderness you are walking through is a holy shaping ground for your spirit. It is the place where you learn to rely completely on my daily bread. You discover that my grace is entirely sufficient for your weakest moments. You learn to walk by absolute faith and not by the changing sight of this world. The lessons of the desert will become the solid foundation of your future palace. Trust me, I am close to the brokenhearted and I save those who are crushed in spirit. That is my eternal promise to you through every single generation. Do not let the lies of the adversary convince you that you are cast away. You are being hidden under the shadow of my mighty wings until the danger passes. The night is far spent, and the bright morning is finally beginning to break over your life. The tears I witnessed are now the seeds of what I am about to harvest for you. Listen carefully. I have held you in my arms through the deep valley of your sorrow, but now I need you to sit up and look at the mountain I am preparing for your feet. You have heard my gentle whisper over your pain during the darkest nights. Now you must hear my voice declare your complete freedom. I need you to understand something very deeply about your journey. The seasons of heavy delay were not random accidents of life. The endings that broke your heart were not punishments from my throne. I want to reveal the absolute truth behind every pause and every closed door that you hated so much. They were the building blocks of a grand blueprint. Let us look back at a beautiful story from my holy book. There was a powerful prophet who had just called down fire from heaven. He witnessed the greatest miracle of his entire generation on the high mountain. He defeated the dark forces with absolute power and authority. But right after his massive victory, fear crept into his heart because of a wicked threat. He ran far away into the lonely wilderness to escape the danger. He traveled for days until his body was completely broken. He finally lay down under a broom tree and asked me to take his life away. He was not a weak person. He was simply an exhausted champion who had given everything until he had nothing left inside his soul. He sat in the thick darkness of the desert and believed he was a total failure. He told me that he was the only faithful servant left in the entire kingdom. He felt completely isolated from his people and his destiny, but I did not rebuke his fear. I did not judge his heavy exhaustion because I knew the depth of his secret warfare. I sent a holy angel to bake fresh bread for my tired prophet. The angel touched his shoulder gently and told him to rise and eat. I did not demand that he go back to the battlefield immediately. I gave him sweet sleep and supernatural nourishment because the journey was too great for his own human strength. Sometimes your rest is a holy act of faith. My beloved child, you are standing under that exact same broom tree today. You are the weary warrior who has fought a long and bloody battle in absolute silence. You have called down fire for others by praying for their healing and their joy. You have been the strong anchor for everyone around you while you were quietly breaking inside. You have poured out your energy and your love until your well is completely dry. You look at your life and you feel like you are the only one left who cares about doing what is right. You see the compromise around you, and you feel totally alone in your values. Your exhaustion has convinced you that your calling is dead and your time is over. But hear my prophetic declaration over your tired spirit right now. Your wilderness is not your final graveyard. It is your private preparation room for the next grand manifestation of my glory. I am asking you the same question that I asked my ancient prophet. What are you doing here in this dark place of despair and constant regret? I am not asking to accuse you or to judge the distance you have traveled away from my presence. I simply want you to stop running and tell me what is truly breaking your heart. I am listening to your silent thoughts right now. You are not as alone as your exhaustion has convinced your heavy mind during the midnight hours. I am here. Let us reframe the tragic losses that have caused you so much pain. You wept when those close friends walked away from your life without a clear explanation. You thought you were rejected because you were not good enough or valuable enough to keep. But I want you to know that their departure was my active hand of sharp pruning. I saw the hidden rot in their hearts that would have eventually ruined your future crops. I knew that they could not walk into the abundant spaces that I am opening for your family line. They were comfortable with your old identity of lack and constant struggle. They could handle the heavy weight of the brilliant light that is rising upon you. Do not call that long delay a miserable failure anymore. Let me reveal the grand strategy of heaven behind every single closed door. You pushed against those walls, and you wondered why they refused to budge even an inch. You felt like you were trapped in a cage while the rest of the world was moving forward into prosperity. That apparent cage was actually my absolute fortress of holy protection. I was shielding your fragile heart from traps that you were not equipped to handle yet. I was keeping you hidden from people who would have used your beautiful gift for their own selfish gain. You were not stuck in a deep rut. You were being deeply rooted into my truth. A master builder does not place a massive roof on a weak and shallow foundation. He takes his time to dig deep into the earth, where no one can see the hard work. He reinforces the base with strong steel and heavy concrete before he builds upward. Your waiting season was the time of your invisible reinforcement under my careful supervision. I am changing the entire structural foundation of your life today. I am not doing this to destroy your dreams or to cause you unnecessary suffering. I am doing this because I am preparing you to carry a double portion of my favor and power. You must have a strong character to hold the heavy blessing that is coming. I declare that the season of your hidden preparation is officially finished. The old ceiling that kept your family line in a state of constant lack is breaking right now at my command. I am stripping away the authority of every negative voice that told you your time had expired. You are stepping out of the role of a helpless victim. You are walking directly into the place of divine stewardship and true power. You have been tested in the fierce fires of isolation, and you did not deny my name. You held on to your integrity when it would have been very easy to compromise for a quick relief. Your faithfulness in the dark has caught the full attention of heaven. Think about my servant David when he was hunted like a criminal through the hot desert. He had done nothing wrong except serve his king with absolute loyalty and pure love. Yet he was forced to run for his life and hide inside the dark caves of the wilderness. He wept in the damp shadows and wondered why his destiny looked like a prison. He wrote his most honest prayers from inside those tight and terrifying spaces. He did not know that the cave was his royal classroom, where he learned to depend completely on my strength. He was being transformed from a simple shepherd boy into a wise and fearless king of a great nation. The cave did not destroy him. It defined his royalty. Your current isolation has my clear fingerprints on every single wall. I did not place you in this quiet space to abandon you to your enemies. I placed you here to separate you from the toxic habits and the small thinking of your past. The noise of the crowd had to be removed so you could hear my specific directions for your future. This forced separation is not a harsh punishment. It is a precise positioning for a grand elevation. You have been complaining about the loneliness of this hour, but I want you to see it as a holy gift of uninterrupted focus. I am whispering my deepest secrets to your spirit because you have no other distractions to steal your mind. I was there when you thought you were completely forgotten by the entire world. I was there when you watched others receive the very breakthroughs that you had been fasting and praying for. I was there when the heavy spirit of envy tried to crawl into your thoughts during your weakest moments. You resisted that dark pull, and you chose to rejoice. Every single moment of your self-restraint was written down in the ledger of heaven. I have recorded every time you stayed quiet, when you had the perfect right to defend yourself. I saw every time you gave from your scarcity to help a person who would never thank you. Your heavenly Father sees what is done in secret, and I am ready to reward you openly. Do not let the temporary illusions of the enemy distract your vision today. He wants you to focus on the dynamic waves of the storm, instead of looking at my face. He wants you to believe that your current isolation will last forever. But I am telling you that the winds are already changing their direction at my powerful whisper. The very ground under your tired feet is beginning to shift to make room for your new life. I am doing something entirely new, and it will not look like anything you have experienced before. I am breaking the ancient chains of generational anxiety that have bound your family for decades. You are the one who will walk out of that dark pattern. You were chosen to be the cycle breaker because you had the rare courage to stay awake in the dark. You did not let the cold environment turn your heart into stone. You kept your sensitivity and your pure compassion alive through the most brutal winters of betrayal. Now you are ready to become a magnificent stream of water in a dry land. I am raising you up to be a living refuge for other broken souls who are wandering in the dark. The unique exhaustion you have known has given you a deep compassion that cannot be manufactured by books. The secret battles you fought have given you an immense authority and prayer that the comfortable people do not possess. Your pain had a purpose. You thought you were breaking into useless pieces during the crushing machine of life. But in truth, you were only being reshaped into a holy vessel that can hold my finest oil. A jewel that is covered in thick dust does not lose its intrinsic value because of the dirt. I am wiping away the dust of your past seasons with my own tender hands today. The adversary has spent months telling you that you arrived too late to your destiny. He whispers that you wasted your best opportunities and your finest years on the wrong people. He wants you to live in a perpetual state of regret and self-condemnation. But I am the ultimate redeemer of time. I can restore the years that the locusts have eaten. I am releasing a supernatural acceleration into your life during this new season. What should take 20 years to build will happen in a matter of months under my favor. I am aligning the right relationships and the right resources to find your exact address. You do not have to chase after the blessings anymore because my blessings will chase you. But you must make a quality decision to trust my timing completely without any more murmuring. You must drop the heavy baggage of your past complaints at the entrance of this new door. You cannot walk into your promised land while you are still looking back at the fields of your slavery. Look forward with absolute confidence in my word. The door that has been tightly locked against your family line is trembling right now at my voice. I am not asking for permission from the people who disqualified you in the past. I am simply opening it with my own sovereign power. What I open, no human hand can ever shut again. You will walk through it, and you will know that I am the Lord. Everything you have endured has been leading you to this exact intersection of time and destiny. You have been shaped by the delay. You have been strengthened by the heavy silence. You have been purified by the painful isolation. Now the formation is fully complete. Hear my prophetic roar over your life, and prepare your heart for the breakthrough. That restlessness you felt was not confusion. It was your spirit preparing to cross a holy threshold today. The waiting season is officially over. The shift is happening right now in the unseen realm. And because you have stood at the edge for so long, I am stepping in to carry you across the deep river. You are ready now. Look at the horizon. The dark clouds are finally parting before my powerful gaze. I am declaring a new day over your life right now. The pattern of constant defeat ends here. You are stepping out of the deep shadows of your yesterday, and you are walking directly into the brilliant light of your true destiny. The chains are breaking. The ceiling your family lived under is crumbling to pieces. They lived in constant lack and heavy fear for decades. They believed that abundance belonged to someone else. But you are the one I chose to walk out of that painful cycle because you said yes when the darkness was pressing against your soul. I have authorized your total freedom today. The enemy targeted your life out of absolute fear. He did not fight your miserable past. He was terrified of what I am about to release into your beautiful future. He saw the massive size of the harvest that I planted inside your spirit before the foundation of the world. He wanted to crush the seed before it could grow, but the adversary has completely failed in his dark mission. I strip the enemy of his authority over your mind in this very moment. Every weapon formed against your destiny is falling to the ground without a single scratch on your soul. You have endured the fierce fire, and you have come out pure like refined gold because my hand was always shielding your heart. You are safe with me. Hear my prophetic roar shake the foundations of your prison. The tightly sealed doors are trembling at my sovereign command. I am not asking permission from the people who rejected your value. I am simply opening the windows of heaven, and I will pour out a rich blessing that your house cannot even contain. Stand up right now. You have received the truth of my holy word. Now you must prepare for the grand manifestation. The battle you fought in silence ends here today. You will no longer beg for tiny crumbs from tables that were never designed to feed your royal identity. I am setting a magnificent table for you. Your enemies will watch you eat. The delay you lived under has served its divine purpose. I protected you from rooms you were not ready to enter. I shielded your heart from people who would destroy you. That restrictive season is finished, and what comes next will look completely different from the painful years of your past. I am doing something entirely new. You are no longer the one who must survive alone. The harsh wilderness is fading away behind your steps. I am raising you up to be a powerful beacon of peace. The unique exhaustion you carry has given you a deep compassion that will heal many broken souls around the world. Your formation is fully complete. The declaration has been made over your life. The move now belongs entirely to your obedience. I need you to drop the heavy weapons right now. Stop trying to figure out the future with your empty human strength, because I am taking total control of your situation. Breathe deeply, my child. Let your mind stop racing for just 1 second. Close your physical eyes in this quiet room. Lift your weary hands toward my face in total surrender. Let the tension in your shoulders melt away into the deep and peaceful river of my holy presence right now. You do not have to fight anymore. Lay down the heavy bags of worry at my feet. You have carried the weights of your family alone. You have broken your back trying to fix your finances. You have been trying to heal wounds that only my hands can restore to their original and beautiful perfection. Release the load right here. I see your deep and painful weariness today. I have prepared a holy space for your restoration. Come to me and receive your sweet rest. Do not worry about how the locked doors will open, because my rich provision is already traveling toward your exact address. It will arrive on time. Let go of the need to understand every detail. My voice will bring perfect clarity to your thoughts. My presence will bring an absolute calm to your soul. I will guide your life one single step at a time, because I do not want to confuse your spirit with too much noise. Trust my quiet promptings. You are entering a holy agreement of rest now. This is the moment where you stop striving. You allow my supernatural power to work for you. The people who hurt your heart are being handled by the perfect and unyielding scales of my absolute justice. Your vindication belongs to my throne. Receive the divine blessing of quietness in this hour. Let the healing oil of heaven saturate your wounds. The pain of past rejection is losing its power. You are being made completely whole from the inside out, and no dark weapon can stop this magnificent transformation today. A new warrior is rising. Feel the cool water of my grace washing you. The long winter of your isolation is finally over. You are no longer hidden in the dark cave. I am positioning your life on a high hill, and the people who discarded you will have to look up in wonder. Keep your eyes on me. I am wrapping your soul in a thick garment. This garment of praise will drive away all heaviness. Your mouth will be filled with songs of victory. This is your moment of absolute surrender, where you exchange your fragile weakness for my infinite and sovereign power. Trust me with your whole heart. The preparation is fully finished in the unseen realm. The holy threshold is waiting for your faithful step. Do not let fear whisper lies to your ears. I have gone before your face to make the crooked places straight, and I have broken the iron bars for your sake. Your future is perfectly secure. Breathe in my love right now, my child. Breathe out the last remnants of your painful past. The atmosphere of your room is being thoroughly cleansed. An army of powerful angels is standing guard over your mind and your family line at this exact second. Rest in this beautiful truth. You have fought the good fight of faith here. Your reward is finally manifesting openly before the world. Do not look at the size of the giants. Your absolute surrender today is the ultimate catalyst that will unlock the locked storehouses of heaven over your children. Let your heart explode with gratitude. I am sealing this holy hour of deliverance now. I place my mark of ownership upon your soul. You belong to the Creator of the entire universe. The season of your weeping has officially come to an end, and the season of your dancing is beginning right now. Receive my peace and be still. Heaven has spoken over your life today. The heavy fog of uncertainty is completely gone. You are standing in the wide and beautiful spaces of my absolute favor. Do not let the lingering thoughts of fear pull you back into the dark desert. And because I have established my holy covenant with your soul, you can walk forward with a very light heart from this exact hour. Your past season is entirely buried in the deep sea of my forgetfulness. The old labels that others placed on your identity have completely lost their power. You are a brand new creation in my eyes. You carry the magnificent light of my presence wherever you go, and when the people who doubted you look at your life tomorrow, they will see the undeniable evidence of my supernatural restoration. Breathe in my love right now. Let the deep stillness of this moment settle into your mind. You do not have to struggle for your daily bread anymore. I am your eternal provider, and because you have trusted my word in the middle of the trial, you will witness a double portion of my favor flowing directly into your hands. What I have spoken over you today is a permanent seal of protection. Do not let the enemy steal this quietness from your thoughts. Choose to stand firm in this beautiful truth. This holy moment requires a deliberate step of your obedience to confirm the victory. And as you step forward into this new season, I want you to anchor this agreement between your spirit and my throne by joining your heart with others. Like this video, as an act of absolute agreement, this simple movement is a declaration of your active faith. It tells the unseen realm that you receive my promise. Share this message with 3 souls who are secretly crying out for hope in the dark. And as you pass this light to those who are suffering, you are fulfilling your divine destiny as my chosen messenger. Subscribe to this channel to stay connected to my daily guidance. Turn on the notification bell so you do not miss my next instructions. Your journey requires consistent alignment with my truth. Do not wander back into the noise of human opinions. And because I am guiding your steps one single day at a time, staying connected to this community will keep your soul anchored in my absolute peace. If this message has brought light to your weary heart, you have an opportunity to honor this alignment. You can show your support through super thanks today. It is not an obligation or a heavy burden for your life. It is a sacred seed of deep gratitude that you sow into this holy house. And as you release this token of appreciation, you are opening the windows of heaven for a supernatural flood of abundance. Your generosity is fully recorded in my book. I see the sincerity of your giving hands. I am multiplying your resource, even as you speak. You will never experience the lack of the past generations anymore. And because you have chosen to honor my word with your substance, I am rebuking the devourer from your home and your finances forever. Your children are thoroughly covered under the shadow of my wings. The heavy generational patterns will not touch their future years. I am setting them apart for a grand purpose on this earth. You have paved the way for their absolute deliverance through your raw tears. And because you had the unique courage to stay faithful in the dark desert, the harvest of your family line will become a magnificent testimony for the whole world to behold. Now, lift your head high, my beautiful warrior. Walk away from this video with absolute confidence in your heart. The storm has completely lost its power over your life. You are entering your true season of rest and sweet restoration, and no human force or dark weapon can ever reverse the great breakthrough that heaven has established for you today. Go in peace, my beloved child. Remember that I am always with you. I will never leave your side for a single breath. Rest your mind and let your soul rejoice in my love. And every single morning when you open your eyes, my fresh grace will be waiting right there to guide your next steps into absolute victory. Amen.